What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? If you're new to our channel, welcome. We are the Sammy Nicole and Fifi Show. We are a dynamic and the only dynamic mother-daughter duo here on YouTube and on our channel. We love to talk about all things love, life, relationships, and a little bit of pop culture too, from both the millennial perspective, myself, Sammy Nicole, and the Gen X perspective, my oh so beautiful mother, where I get my oh so beautiful looks from. And we coming to you guys live and direct. I saw that arrow, that was shade. Anyway, typically like to go live every Thursday and Saturday around 7 p.m. ish, heavy on the ish. Okay, because we are professional women and life be lifing. But yes, if you like our channel, you like what we stand for, we encourage you to please go ahead and subscribe. What are you waiting for? Especially if you've been in the bushes peeking and lurking, go ahead and subscribe to you girls. We would greatly appreciate it. We also ask that you share our channel if you know anyone who you think might be interested in our content and think that they can get something out of it. We also ask that you subscribe to our channel, like this live. If you're watching the replay, down below there's a like button. Just simply hit that like button and tell a friend to tell a friend about our channel. Let's push us out, okay? We've been doing this for about 6 years now. We enjoy it. We hope you guys do too. Once you subscribe, you're automatically a part of the dynamic family gang. We also encourage you to purchase one of our memberships. It is super duper affordable. And so yeah, y'all, so that's kind of like our church announcements. Also, we do have merch available down in our description box. Hey, Sanders RN23. If you do, want your everything we say is allegedly merch, please go click on that link in our description box and you can purchase a t-shirt, coffee mug, tote bag, whatever fancies you, okay? Next, let's see our disclaimers. Everything we're going to be saying tonight is allegedly. Everything we're going to be saying tonight is allegedly. Even our names are allegedly, okay? Secondly, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Again, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Hey, I'm here for the show. What's up?
Hey.
All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. Y'all, what's going on with Ray J, Brandy brother? Sonya and Willie Norwood and Brandy need to get their son and get their brother. What is going on with Ray J, y'all? Brandy's younger brother. Singer, entrepreneur, and actor, Ray J. Willie Norwood Jr.
That's his name.
Willie Norwood Jr. He's a junior. He ain't after his daddy.
That old name Willie.
Mm-hmm. What's going on with Ray J? Just this week, I'm here for the show, said Ray J has always been touched. Yeah, just this week, Ray J, who is Brandy's younger brother. If you don't know who Brandy is, Brandy was Beyonce before Beyonce was Beyonce. All right, Brandy is a legend. I remember being a little girl and asking for Brandy Barbie dolls for Christmas because she played Cinderella, and Whitney Houston, who was her mentor, played her fairy godmother. Huge Brandy fan. Love Moesha. That is the older sister to Ray J. Just this past week, y'all, Ray J got on the internet, the good Lord's internet, and threatened to pull Pastor Jamal Bryant out of the pulpit in the event he aired an interview that Ray J previously did with Jamal. Now, Jamal is the pastor of New Birth, the church that was formerly pastored by Bishop Eddie Long, rest in peace. He took over the church, 5-6 years ago? Okay. And it just came out of nowhere. Ray J just randomly hopped on live and threatened to pull Pastor Jamal Bryant out of the pulpit should he have aired the interview that he did with Jamal, because he felt like there were certain parts in the interview where he was afraid that if it was released to the public, his safety would be at risk because he said some things he shouldn't have said. Jamal said, "Who ain't never scared. I will be releasing the interview, but it is all love, brother. I'll keep that in mind, your concerns, but it's getting released. As of today, Ray J
In the
has gone
name of
on in the
Jesus.
name of Jesus."
Amen, somebody.
Yeah, and y'all, it was cracking me up because somebody was on social media was like, if Ray J try to approach that pulpit, his security gonna fold him like a pretzel. Them people in that church gonna fold him like a pretzel. He try to walk up on
Because
Jamal.
they all around.
What do they call them?
Pallbearers.
His pallbearers. They not finna let Ray J or nobody go up in New Birth and just pull that dude from off the pulpit. Jamal is from Baltimore. But it looked like Jamal and Ray J were able to talk it out, and Ray J has since apologized. But let me see what y'all saying. Sanders RN23 said every couple of months he pulls a stunt to gain attention again. He's a very thirsty man.
Yes. Yes.
What's going on with that? Why are we doing that type of stuff?
I think he just want attention. You know what it is? I think Brandy was in the limelight for so long, and he was known as Brandy's little brother.
And still is. That's
He
Brandy
was,
little brother.
it was Brandy, and it was Ray J right behind her. And now he feels like, Brandy ain't really doing too much that we know of, and this is his opportunity to get all the attention and to make a name for himself, whether it's good or bad. Because we know when he got his name, when he made that videotape with that little nasty little, I ain't gonna even call her name on here.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he really started popping. But then, every now and then he got to show out and let us know, he's still popping with some foolishness. Now, he know doggone well his daddy is a pastor.
Grew up in the church.
Grew up in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you
From
don't
Mississippi.
threaten no another pastor.
Mm-mm.
Ray J know better than that.
And in front of the world on the internet. I think Ray J is having a mental health crisis because earlier this year he was implying that he had thoughts about unaliving himself. So I think Ray J may need to get checked into some inpatient treatment.
Like I'm here for the show said, he touched.
Yeah, he's also allegedly dealing with some substance abuse. So he needs to get inpatient treatment.
Brandy specialty.
Yeah. Sanders RN23 said, no, those people are seriously going to baptize that ass. And they would. They would fold him up like a pretzel up there in New Birth. I'm here for the show saying only person he fighting is Princess. And that's not funny, but it's funny. Yeah.
Because we don't condone that over
We
here.
We don't. But he Princess should have left him alone after he pushed her in that pool. That season on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. That would have been a wrap for me. He was already going back and forth between her and Tierra Marie, and then he pushed her in the pool when they get into an argument. She should have been left Ray J alone.
A long time ago.
But I think Ray J is unhinged, and also too, y'all, I don't hate Pastor Jamal Bryant, but I do feel like he's a clout chaser. I feel like he's
a little worldly.
He's very worldly. I mean, and he's not by himself. There are a lot of pastors and bishops alike, but it just seems like he's out for self. Like he's out for monetary gain. And he wants to be popular. And he wants to be a celebrity.
If we have anybody who subscribes to us or anybody that watches the replay that goes to New Birth, let us know what you think.
What is your experience? I know some people, they like going. And I'm not saying that he can't preach. Let me see. I'm here for the show said Pastor Bryant is slippery. It just seemed like he have one foot in the world and one foot in the church.
You remember when I used to watch him when he was in Baltimore when he was a little girl?
Yeah, that's when he was still with Giselle. She was sitting on the front.
I've been watching him years, and he was like that years ago.
And I get it. You want to be relatable. He kind of got that Kirk Franklin energy. but not as sassy. Where, he always got, one foot in and one foot out, and want to be in the know and want to be, in touch with who's who, who's ever popular, who's ever popping right now. But I feel like at what cost? I just think it's a fine line to walk. And I get it. He want to make his money. Capitalism is important to him. That's a
Okay, I'm here
topic
for
for
the show.
another
You
day.
go there.
but
I'm here for the show. She said he's anointed. Okay.
Pastor Bryant's, I'm here for the show, said Pastor Bryant is anointed as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what do y'all think down in the comment section? Who else thinks he's anointed? And for those of you all who will watch the replay, hey, Glorious Love, Sanders
Hey,
Iron 23
hey,
said,
y'all. Hey, everybody. I think Bridget came in. Hey.
let me see. She said, no, I don't. Sanders Iron 23 said he is an eloquent speaker, but I would never watch him faithfully. I respect my mind and spirit too much to listen to him on an ongoing basis. Hey, Miss Apple Pie. Yeah, what do y'all think? How do y'all feel about Jamal Bryant? I mean, I'm not saying that, like, I agree. He is a very eloquent speaker, Sanders Iron 23. He is. And, he has some moments in his sermons where, he be on point. But I just can't help but feel like he wants to be a celebrity as well. Like, he leans into being a celebrity pastor. Just like Shawnee Man, Keon. Well, Keon ain't got no money. Jamal got the money.
Jamal fiance, she fine now. But that bodycon dress she had on Sunday,
Carrie,
Kojic would never. The Kojic over there at convocation, and them sisters, they dressed to kill. Okay? I'm just saying. So I'm saying, can you still be anointed and be filled with the Holy Ghost and be in so much mess Jamal is in? God is not the author of confusion. Now, what he want to interview?
Ray J.
Ray J.
Now,
we got souls to be won for the kingdom of the Lord. People are hurting.
And then he said,
we're in a recession.
And then he said that Ray J was a maverick of the culture. And I say maverick. I don't think it's anything wrong. Jamal has his own podcast, and he interviewed Ray J on his podcast that started this whole drama. I don't think it's anything wrong with having his podcast. I don't. But why interview Ray J?
Apple pie. Mm-hmm.
And I know that he interviewed Master P, and that interview went viral. But him and Master P are around the same age. They're in the same age group. So that made a little bit more sense. And Master P was talking about, business and growing up and things of that nature. But I just felt like that was weird. Like, why would you want to interview Ray J? No shade to Ray J, but I was lost. Yeah, Bridget said, LOL, yes, Sammy. I was lost at Maverick. I was lost too. I was like, Ray J, he got his little, the glasses company and the tech company. And he making his millions. Shout outs to him, fellow Capricorn. But I didn't know he was a maverick like that in the community. I didn't know he was held that high in regard like that. But maybe he was the only one next that was available. Maybe Jamal couldn't really interview who he wanted to, so he called up Ray J. But that was just a weird pairing that he would interview Ray J. Like, what information did he need to get from Ray J? So that was really, 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 really odd. But I just think that I'm glad that they smoothed it over. But I kind of feel like, Jamal, that's what you get interviewing people who aren't all the way there and all the way stable just for exposure, just to go viral. You can tell that Jamal wants to go viral. He likes the attention. He, in some way, he's kind of like a show pony. Not to say, and I'm trying to be as respectful as possible, but that's just kind of the vibe I get from him, Like, I understand he has a big personality, and part of that may just naturally be who he is. And I would never tell anybody not to be who they are. You know what I mean? Because I know how it is to be in environments where people try to shun you for just naturally showing up as your authentic self. But sometimes I think he just goes a little bit too far and straddles the line. And hopefully he learns from this lesson to be a little bit more strategic about who he pairs himself with, who he aligns himself with. I get he want to go viral, and he wants to bring attention to the gospel and to church, and he wants to make church more acceptable. I do sometimes occasionally watch his sermons on YouTube just to see what's going on, and he tries to make his preaching and the environment and the culture at his church to be as relatable as possible, to the point where there have been times where he's mentioned X toys in his sermons, and kind of just talking about how it's important for people in the church to be honest about their day-to-day life around relationships, dating, their sexual needs, if they're dealing with toys, if they are, having premarital sex. He wants it to be a safe place where people can really kind of talk about that and acknowledge that and not feel shunned. So, I get he's trying to make church cool again and bring people back and make them feel, accepted, but it just gets a little muddy sometimes to me.
And he says that he's doing that to reach the um, Gen Zs and millennials.
Okay.
So, with you being a millennial, do you think that he's reaching your generation? That he's trying to um, engage with you all? You think what he's doing is working? Is that the engagement millennials need to be brought into the church?
I mean, perhaps so. I was shocked when he, kind of mentioned in some of his sermons real quickly about the premarital sex that goes on amongst Christians and the toys and stuff like that. It is, it's a lot of people we know who are devout Christians, and they go to church every day, and they're having premarital sex, and they're dealing with sex toys. He's being realistic. I was just surprised that he would mention it in church, but maybe he is trying to push the envelope and to really open up that dialogue. So if that's the case, I definitely think he will attract some of the younger generation for sure. Because my ears perked up when he mentioned that. I was like, he said what now?
Because the church that we go to, do you think that bishop would mention? I don't think that he would mention anything like that.
So we go to Word of Faith. Bishop Bronner would never mention that. Now Bishop Bronner, he's hip. He's hip. He's cool. He'll throw in a joke in there, make cultural references and stuff like that. But do I think Bishop would ever allude or insinuate or reference premarital sex in a way, or talking about sex toys? No. And they're not that too far apart in age, maybe 6-7 years. No.
How old is he? 60.
He's
Bishop
60.
is 60.
And Jamal is what, 54, 55? Yeah. So they're not too far in age. Same generation. But no, I don't think he would talk about that. But like, to your point, I think Jamal wants to be more relatable. And it's a lot of...
So as a millennial, who you feel more as a bringing forth the word, who do you think you get more from? More spiritual guidance and word that can help you navigate through life as a Christian? You think it's more so Jamal, or do you think it's more so Bishop?
That's a good question. First, let me say, I think it's whatever your preference. You do what's best for you.
As
Nobody's
a millennial,
perfect.
you're coming from a millennial.
But as a millennial, I would lean towards more Bishop Bronner, because I feel like Bishop Bronner, I don't know what he do in his private time. I don't know that man business. He could be, he could be on his P. Diddy in his private time. I don't know. Respectfully, that ain't none of my business. But if I had to choose, I would say Bishop Bronner, because I look at the the fruit of his labor. And I look at,
the
his
fruit that he bears.
Yes, I look at his family. He's married. His children are married. Everybody had the same. Their mama, daddy. They're a family. They have
The
structure.
Bible says you will be recognized by the fruit that you bear.
Right, and I know they're not perfect. Nobody is. I'm not putting nobody on no pedestal, so we're very clear about that. But based off of what I can see on the surface level, you can tell that he practiced what he preaches more. Whereas Jamal, he was married to Giselle Bryant, shout out to Real Housewives of Potomac, and he was having babies on her.
Alleged.
Well, not alleged, no. And he has children outside of Giselle's 3 daughters that he is estranged from, allegedly. So, if I'm going to listen to somebody, I will lean more towards Bishop Bronner. Now, do I think in a way, what Jamal...
Share the live and like.
Yeah, share the live, y'all. But do I think in a way that what Jamal has gone through has made him relatable, more so relatable to some Gen Zs and millennials? Yeah, I think so. Because he's being authentic about what he's gone through. And at this stage of his life, it seems like he's starting to take more responsibility for his behavior. So it just depends on your style. Let me see. Let me see what y'all saying. Bridget said, maybe we've been sleeping on Brandy's brother. I guess so. I'm here for the show. Said Pastor Bryant helped Bishop Whitehead get locked up early. Bishop Whitehead was something else. Now, he was showing out.
Yeah, he was.
He was showing out. He was just loud and wrong.
Yeah.
And wrong and loud
flashy.
and flashy. I don't know what he was doing. Let me see. Call Me Darling said he assisted the tacky Brooklyn pastor in getting himself locked up by having that interview with him. Bishop was doing too much in that interview. Yeah, that's what he get. Miss Applepie said Giselle couldn't get him to get his on the show. He did, one season with her, but even then he was kind of faking it. Yeah, that's when he was...
Because he ain't really want to be on there.
Yeah, he didn't want to be on it. He was pretending to be her boyfriend that one season. And then at the reunion, Monique Samuels, shout out to her, she exposed it. And then he was like, I'm done. I helped you out to get it back, but I'm done. Let me see. Miss Applepie said, what? Okay, I never heard that mentioned in church. Yes, he did, girl. She said, I don't know. All that seems a little too far. Call Me Darling said, doesn't he have 11 kids with different women in previous churches? Allegedly, he does have other children with other women that he's met through the churches, allegedly. I'm here for the show said he puts me in the mind of Bishop Noel Jones. Yes, you remember Bishop Noel Jones. Y'all remember when Bishop Noel Jones used to be on that reality TV show on WeTV with them preachers in LA? And he had that special friend of 20, 30 years that he claimed he wasn't intimate with, but she was just his special friend that he had been taking care of for 20, 30 years. Didn't they recently get married a few years back? They got married. He had been taking care of her for all those years. She was just like, oh, I'm just his friend. That's it. Sanders RN23 said, as a millennial, I don't think the lifestyle of Bryant is appetizing, excuse me. I want to come out of chaos when I enter church, not entering chaos even in my safe place at the church. Yes. Bridget said, Whitehead with those country suits. Hey, Miss MJ.
Hey, Miss MJ.
I'm here for the show. Said, I wonder what happened to Dr. Tanya, his side piece who exposed him. I love Preacher of LA. Yes, that was a show. Preacher of LA. Yeah. And Bishop Noel married his special friend.
He married her, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I guess it just depends on your style, but I do give kudos to Pastor Bryant for, it seems like he's maturing and he's trying to take onus for his past mistakes, at least in that regard. So, kudos to him for that. Let me see. Call Me Darling said, yep, he finally married her. She was hanging on for life. I hope he's everything she wanted. I hope so too. Because that was
Yes.
so awkward. They did not want to admit that they was hunching for the last 20, 30 years. She was just like, I'm his special friend. And he was taking care of her, too. Yeah. She had businesses, and he funded it.
He funded it,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Miss Applepie said she used to watch that show as well. Sanders RN23 said she loved Preachers of LA as well. Yeah. Yeah.
I love Dietrich Haddon and his wife on there. They were good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like Dietrich Haddon and his wife. Yeah, that was a good juicy story too. They need to bring that show back.
Yeah,
They had a good storyline.
Him and his wife, they say he was messing around with her with his first wife, allegedly. I don't know how true that was.
Yeah, and then it was like a big scandal because they had their first baby out of wedlock.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a big thing, yes. Yes, we do know Grace Jones is Bishop Noel Jones's brother, sister, excuse me, yes.
Yes.
Miss MJ say, now y'all know good and dang well he out there still. His sister's Grace Jones and she shorting up. Wow.
Could be.
I know Bishop Jones ain't still out there now. I know he not still out there cutting up.
I don't put nothing past none of them. I really don't.
Okay, you ain't buying it. Okay.
I ain't putting nothing past none of them. My grandfather was a Baptist preacher.
Captain. All
so
right.
I don't put nothing past none of them. Okay.
Pastor Cheney and his wife Maisha divorced. He got an outside child. No.
Cheney? I ain't surprised. Yeah. I'm telling you, y'all. These pastors, and I can't wait to see what Jamal do with him and his fiance,
Miss Carrie, baby.
Miss Carrie.
Is it Carrie or Carrie, y'all? Miss Carrie, baby. Beautiful woman.
Beautiful.
They look great on paper. They look like the typical black power couple.
Would she be enough for him to stay faithful? Will she be enough?
A Gemini and a Capricorn. It's gonna be interesting.
Very. Cause she gonna let him have it.
Oh yeah. But I wish them the best though. I hope this is it and that Jamal acts right. Cause he did Giselle dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope he does the right thing. His daughters
Jamal Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
New birth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I hope he act right.
I hope he
and
act
I wish
right
them
too.
the best in their marriage. It seems like
because she said he pursued her, but he wasn't pursuing her correctly, so she cut him off. And he got it together. And he said, I couldn't believe she did me like that. And she said he got it together and she took him back. And so now they're engaged.
Okay. And guess who was the first one to spill the tea about their relationship?
Who, Tasha K?
Tasha K.
So now they sharing the pulpit together. She do her little spiel. But she has always had taken part in the service, though.
Mm-hmm.
She has always taken part in the service. So they probably will, work the service together.
But she'll let him lead, though.
But
she said she's not trying to
yeah,
steal the show.
Yeah, she'll let him lead.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that he gets his stuff together. I hope that, he don't embarrass her in the church.
Sanders RN23 said, I think he will act right for a period of time. Sanders RN23 said for a period of time he'll act right.
Cause all eyes on him. Folk watching him.
Y'all funny, talking some Keisha K. Like Nesto said, Keisha K. Keisha K. Keisha K. Yeah, they was at the ice cream shop, Miss MJ, down in Florida. Call Me Darling said, church gossip is my guilty pleasure.
They were down there at the ice cream shop.
Down there in Florida. They used to go down there to Florida and kick it. So
Now
we
y'all-
were in their business.
Now y'all think they are refraining from sexual activities?
Oh, that's a good question. Do y'all think it's none of our business, but we just talking tonight? We just talking.
It ain't none of our business.
It ain't none of our business. We don't mean no harm. We just shooting the breeze. Do y'all think that Pastor Jamal Bryant and his soon-to-be bride, Dr. Carrie, because she has her doctor. She's a doctor.
Oh, for sure.
Do y'all think they're engaging in sexual relations? Are they, or do you think they're refraining from doing it? Are they practicing abstinence?
Until
Excuse me,
marriage.
that's a better way to phrase it. Are they practicing abstinence? What do y'all think?
No. It's not about to
No, ma'am. They rolling at the Ritz and NYC. Miss MJ. She said for sure they doing the deed. Bridget said nope.
Cause baby, she got a body on her. Y'all go back and watch last Sunday.
She looking good.
She looking good,
Miss
baby.
Apple Pie said they definitely hunching. Tommy Darling said they hunching all day, every day. So they not living for the Lord in that regard. Is they using
Y'all
toys?
ain't right. Y'all ain't.
Sanders RN23 said nope. I vote for hunching. Are they using the toys? Is that what y'all telling me? They using the toys?
That man of God and that lady of God is waiting till they get married.
I think y'all might be right, because they did a live on IG a few weeks ago, and it seemed like she was almost sitting in his lap. I said, she done sat on something else.
Now, church folk, we got to do better.
That's why he's so understanding about the flesh being weak and people in church fornicating, because he out here. She back in that big old dump truck up on him. Nice shape. Mama thinks she got a body done. I don't know. Mama thinks she may have gotten a BBL. She got a tough shape though. Beautiful woman, articulate, confident.
It go with her.
It look good.
She looks nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
That's why I say I hope his ugly behind don't mess that up. I hope he don't mess that up.
Let me see. They said they skipped that oath in Bible study. I'm here for the show. Said her wig definitely gets shifted daily. She ain't Shirley Strawberry. Okay. So y'all saying and and word on the street allegedly, according to Monique Samuels, when she read Giselle that one time on that reunion on RHOP, Monique Samuels alleged that one of the young ladies that Jamal was messing with at that particular period of time claimed that he had a large package. So they may be making it do what it do. I don't know. That's their business.
And they better not be shacking. She better be at her place and he better be at his.
You think she's staying in the condo?
They should have just went on ahead and got married. They should have, see, over at the Kojic, they would have told them, y'all need to get married.
But you know who they won't never tell to get married? Kiki Sheard, little brother Drew.
Drew running amok out here, them babies.
Why won't Karen put the pressure on Drew to get married? Kiera Kiki Sheard,
they can't do nothing with Drew.
Kiera Kiki Sheard then got married, had a baby, but her younger brother Drew, he keep having kids out of wedlock by different women, and nobody is putting the pressure on Drew
and
to get married.
Is the top of the Kojic.
Bishop.
He up here.
High ranking, yeah.
He is it. He runs the whole Kojic. And your son out here having babies, fornicating. They can't do nothing with him.
And I don't know if y'all used to watch the show that Karen Clark Sheard had, but it was basically following her life and Kiki Shear's life and the whole entire family, the immediate family. And they were always, praying and believing in God to send, Kiara a husband and her have a family, and really investing in who she was courting and dating and making sure she was doing it the right way. But Drew was bringing home babies left and right, and the pressure wasn't on it.
In Atlanta. Who was Miss Apple Pie?
Jamal Bryant.
Jamal Phaedra used to hunch.
Phaedra used to go with Jamal Bryant. You know Phaedra, Scorpio. They like to move in silence when they do their thing. She classy with it. Classy. Be inside with it. She classy with it. I like Phaedra. I don't care what y'all say. I wouldn't. I would sleep with one eye open dealing with her because I know how she is. But I do like Phaedra. I do.
So Jamal just had all of the women around here.
He also dated Malaysia Pargo, allegedly.
I know that.
He helped her get her house down here in Atlanta, allegedly. Let me see. Yes, get married, have a reception later. Yeah. Sanders RN23 said they have their own places, but spend the weekends at each other's houses. Okay. That's how they set it up.
Okay.
Miss Applepie said, yeah. Sanders RN23 said Drew is spoiled and always has been. He has. I just never liked that, y'all. When I would watch the show, I just felt like it was so much pressure for Kiara to do things the biblical way, to do things by the book. But they never held Drew to the same standard. And I just didn't think that was right, And
still don't. He still do his thing. I think he play in drums in a band, and it ain't no Christian band.
No, he was always producing secular and Christian music. Yeah, that wasn't new. But I just don't like the fact they put all that pressure on her to get married, then have a baby, do things a certain way. And they never, if they did put the pressure on Drew, they didn't put enough.
And they got his 2 kids. She got the 2 children singing gospel.
Yeah, out of wedlock. But they're so holy. Sanders RN23 said, I watched it. I'm here for the show. Said, I like their reality show too. The son is definitely in the world. Mm-hmm. Yes. So he loves a donk. Yes, he does. Mm-hmm. Miss MJ said she was over there in the trailer park with her husband Apollo when he got out. Mm-hmm. They said he was Mr. Chocolate. Yes, they did. Yes. Yeah. Miss MJ said it is patriarchy. Yes, it is. It's patriarchy. It's definitely a double standard. How that pressure is on us as women to, do things a certain kind of way. Mm-hmm. But the men don't get held to the same standard.
And I think it's 2 different baby mamas.
Yeah, I think so too. It's 2 different baby mamas. And they're not that far apart in age.
And he's still not married.
He already had one when they filmed the show. I think he had just had the baby.
Mm-hmm. And the church don't say nothing about it.
Mm-mm. Come from good stock. Parents married, grandparents married. Mm-hmm. No child. So you know what? We sending well wishes. We hope things, things are on the up and up with Pastor Jamal and Dr. Carey. That's gonna be messy if it don't work out. Because it's a lot intertwined. But I hope he does the right thing.
She at the church.
I mean, she worked for the church. They kind of branded themselves as a power couple. So I hope he's serious.
I hope they go to do marriage counseling.
Yes.
He needs to do marriage counseling. They need, in a situation like that, they need to be under a pastor. So they need to find a pastor for them to get under.
Maybe it'll be
so they can have some spiritual guidance. Mm-hmm. He's a pastor, she's a minister, but they need somebody to guide them and walk them through their marriage and their spiritual life. They can't pastor each other and be married. Mm-hmm. That's just my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I know uh, what's that? Carrie. She said that R.C. Blake's is her spiritual father.
Okay, there you go.
So maybe he'll
That
be the one to
is.
kind of be like the mentor in their relationship. She said, she just has her mom. I don't think her dad was really hands-on in her life growing up. So she said R.C. Blake's is her spiritual father. So I guess that'll be kind of who one of the people they look to kind of mentor them. And then they may also look to Jamal's father, who was a bishop.
Yeah, they need to get up under
to
somebody.
kind of help them.
Because Jamal is, his track record. Everybody can change.
People can change. People can turn
God
over a
can
new leaf.
deliver you.
Yeah.
And,
Yep. Yep.
But I just see a man that don't claim their seed. I have a problem with him.
Me too.
That's just my personal thing. I don't care how you feel about the mother, but your seed, a man that walks away from their seed,
disregards the mother.
Integrity. It's an integrity thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully they've talked about that, because and they have a game plan to address that. If not, that's gonna be some tough karma they're gonna have to work through during their marriage.
Yeah, when a man don't take care of their child and they're not responsible with it, I see them in a whole different way. You can have all the issues you want with the mother, but you don't have a relationship with your seed. And me and Jamal would have to talk. What's going on? You need to go get your kids. Go get some DNA tests.
And then, of course, like the old adage, like men do, saying the mama giving them a hard time, trying to be a father to the children, but the
That's why
mothers
they have laws.
being,
they have laws in place for
being
that.
difficult and petty and immature.
They have laws for that. And then she's a young woman, so she's going to want to have children. She don't have any children.
Perhaps.
She might want to have children.
She may or may not.
So I'm sure they've talked about that, But it's going to be interesting. I wish them the best. Y'all know I'm a fan of marriage. I love the covenant of marriage. I think it's wonderful. Black love. I'm happy for them. But I'm just kind of in the back of my mind. I'm looking. I got my eye on Jamal. I really do.
And that's very telling, the daughters, the 3 girls that he had by Giselle. If you watched the show Potomac when he was on the show, just the way they would interact with him.
Yeah.
Like they really kind of didn't like him. Like they knew more about their dad than he probably thought that they knew.
Yeah.
That was another point
because
too.
you know why? Because they've heard their mom talk about their dad, the things that he's done.
Mm-hmm. And she wrote a book. Giselle wrote a book.
And she wrote a book about
loosely based off of her life.
Right.
With
and
him.
they love their their mother, but they love their dad too. You know what I'm saying? So they are looking at at him. And then as kids get older, like I tell people, like I told you, I ain't gotta tell you nothing about your daddy. Mm-mm. When you get older, I ain't gotta say a word.
Right.
You'll see what it is. And so now they older and they see. That don't mean that they don't love their daddy.
Of course.
They love their daddy, but they still see him for who he is.
Right.
So I think, that's probably why they kind of, looking at him like,
side-eyeing. I'm like, okay. Because they weren't happy when Jamal and Giselle were pretending to date on the show to give her a storyline. They wasn't feeling it. All right, let me see. Miss MJ said, Jamal is Jamalin in these streets and near and far. I heard Jamal parents are amazing people. I'm here for the show. Miss Apple Pie said, amen, Fifi, big facts. I totally agree. Miss MJ said, exactly, Fifi. Kathy Simpson said, that's right. They need a pastor.
Yeah.
Simply Morgan said, absolutely. Miss Apple Pie said, I don't care what they got going on. I still side eye any man who is not in their kid's life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he only chooses to deal with one group of children versus the other because he has a better relationship with that mother. That is not fair. And I can only imagine how his children must feel.
And yet, kids,
like, you boast and brag about these three kids, but why don't you boast and brag about me and bring me up on stage at church? You know?
Kids grow up,
and they remember that.
And the very ones that you neglect and don't treat right, them the very ones that have to take care of your behind when you get old.
You gotta be careful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for the show. Said DNA test has already been done, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he was talking about, wasn't he saying how, like, a few years back, one of his sons was dealing with potentially being in a gang, and he was trying to get him to not
and he's
do that.
And he's always calling black men to the altar in church. He's always talking about our black men this, our black men that. And you have a son?
So maybe he's getting it together. I hope so. Maybe that's why he feels the need
You
to
need
call
to have your
black men to
son
the altar.
on that altar.
Yeah. Maybe.
All them men in that church.
Maybe so. Miss MJ says she got to see if he stay home every night first.
Because that where it stop. Or coming home late.
I had a business meeting, baby. I had a business meeting about the church.
With the deacons.
The deacons about the church. That's why I came home late, baby. I'm handling business. I'm here for the show. Said Giselle's daughters are very smart. Yes, they are. Miss Apple Pie said, yes, the girls are really awkward around him on the show. I'm here for the show. Said, I heard that when they were married, Giselle had a nervous breakdown. I could believe it.
All that running around, ain't no telling what he was doing.
I mean, if I'm married to somebody and I got kids and I'm hearing in the streets my husband is out here spreading it low and spreading it wide, that'll make anybody have a nervous breakdown.
And then probably coming home and telling her she ain't see what she saw and what she heard wasn't true.
Ain't got nothing to worry about. She overreacting. She tripping.
You can't believe them people gaslighting her all the time. That gaslighting will make you have a nervous breakdown if you ain't strong and don't know when to walk away. I tell you, the flex is not being married. The flex is knowing when to walk away when it's no longer serving you. When you get to the point where it's affecting you mentally.
Yeah.
She was worried about what the church folk gonna say instead of just leaving Jamal alone.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Giselle sitting on the front row when he was in Baltimore with them babies, holding them babies. When she was young. When he first started pastoring that church in Baltimore. I remember. And all the time he was talking about women dating men and how to pick a man and what to do for your man and how to get a husband. He was talking about stuff like that then and all the time messing around with some woman in the church.
Glorious Love said, true. Don't talk about the children's fathers and them. They will find out all they need to know. Miss Apple Pie said he almost drove Giselle crazy. Miss MJ said, isn't me, but he has a type. Giselle and Miss Dr. Carrie, they favor each other. Yes, they do. He does have a type. Yes, they favor. Miss Apple Pie said, amen, Fifi. Yeah, they favor. For sure. He definitely has a type. He definitely has a type. I'm here for the show. Said, young with 3 babies. And the husband messing with the church women. Yeah. That'll cause anybody to break down.
And you the first lady, and you gotta show up every Sunday and sit on the front row and people in the church talking.
Yes, he definitely loves a beautiful woman. Yes, he does. So I ain't being messy, but I'm gonna be watching.
I'm gonna be watching too and see what's going on too, cause I just, I wish him the best.
I hope he honors his commitment, and he just does the right thing, because not only does he have his church watching him, but he's got those daughters.
He got the daughters, right?
Daughters.
He got daughters,
and he's got something to prove to them daughters. He's got to lead by example. To hell with what we say, I think. It's those daughters that are watching him.
That are watching him, and
and he needs to, and I think it's important that he leads by example to show them you can have fidelity and respect from a man. That's important.
Very important.
Yeah, it's very, very, very important. Miss Applepie said, I bet she had that preacher wife smile down pat while sitting in the front row. She did. Yep. She did. And I think it still affects her today in her dating life. For those of you who don't watch RHOP, Real Housewives of Potomac, you can tell that still has had an impact on Giselle Bryant, Jamal's ex-wife. Like you said, with the trust and just dating and relationships, you can tell she's still guarded. And in a lot of ways, she's still like emotionally unavailable, because she's just used to being let down by men in her romantic relationship.
And a beautiful woman.
Beautiful. But you can tell it's definitely made her jaded.
And you know what?
And understandably so.
I want to say another thing, too, as women. We got to stop letting these men take our young years away from us, putting up with their crap. You spend 10, 15, 20 years with a man that disrespect you. Before you know it, your young years are gone. You've been in a marriage that all of your 20s and 30s. You get into your 40s and 50s, and you like, I ain't gave this man all my good years. She ain't gave Jamal all her, well, not to say, she in her 50s, but still, she spent the majority of her youth with him, disrespecting her. So we got to know when to say the hell with it. I don't care what nobody say. I got to put me first. And I'm leaving this crowd. The hell with this church and what these church folk think. Hell, half of their husbands probably cheating on them too.
Yeah.
The hell with them. And I'm sure that's why she stayed for so long, because she had the babies. That she could have easily walked away. And then the swing back around, I don't know if she did it because she needed the the storyline for the show.
She did, because they told her, you ain't got no man, what's tea?
What they tell her?
You ain't got no man, what's tea? Because on the Real Housewives franchise, they prefer for the women to have a partner, a man on the show, to be a part of their storyline.
So she had to swing back around and get him
to help her out,
and then bring up all those emotions, feelings.
Yeah, the way Monique exposed him that reunion on RHOP, she just shut down, like numb, like,
yeah, Miss
I'm used to it, whatever.
So she had to bring all that back up. She already had lived
all
it,
those
so
emotions.
She had to relive it, and everybody knew the buzz, what was going on. Yeah.
Let me see. I'm here for the show. Said, what y'all think about Linda and Judge Mathis out and about? She is so happy.
They working it out.
God is good. That's what I think.
Judge say y'all ain't finna mess up his good thing.
He said it's cheaper to keep her.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper.
It's cheaper to keep her.
Oh, it's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
He's so happy. He's so happy Linda took him back. Oh, my goodness. Judge so happy. I'm happy for Judge. I hope he learned his lesson.
I hope so, too.
I hope he learned his lesson.
I hope so, too.
Okay? I hope he learned his lesson.
Get
I
it
hope
back
he got
right.
some act right in him.
Yes.
Because Linda's smiling. And she said, I'm going to give you one more chance. Get it together. And he said, okay. And so he out here doing his interview with TMZ, and he's so happy. Oh my goodness, he's so happy. He better act right.
He better act right.
He better act right.
So hopefully he working on his attitude, and he's slowing down with the traveling with the boys.
She said, looks forced. It might be forced.
I'm here for the show. Say she ain't buying it. It looks forced.
It might be.
Only time will tell.
We'll see.
But I hope he get it right. I hope he get it right.
I hope he get some act right in him, because he gonna need it. He gonna need.
Just
some.
get it together.
Yeah.
Just get it together.
He gonna need some act right in him.
Yeah. Just get it together. Now, going back to Ray J. I also forgot to add, if you joined the live late, we were talking about Ray J threatening to pull Pastor Jamal Bryant out of the pulpit down there at the New Birth.
And Jamal said, hell no, you won't.
If he released the interview that he did with Ray J on his podcast, because there were some parts of the interview that Ray J asked to be omitted from the public viewing because he was afraid that there was going to be a retaliation against him because he said some things he shouldn't have said. When Ray J did his apology today, Ray J also said, he also asked us to pray for him. Ray J say pray for him. He going through it.
Hey, Miss Red.
Hey, Miss Red. Ray J also said that somebody made an attempt to unalive him.
That we think is allegedly due to the P. Diddy situation.
I think so. So
y'all seen that? Y'all seen the Tubi thing on P. Diddy?
Have y'all seen the documentary on P. Diddy?
Let's
tie this together. So Ray J recently did a documentary. He participated, in a documentary about P. Diddy recently, where he alleged that there are celebrities that have told him that they did, what is it called? A kill stop.
I don't know.
It's basically, I forgot the term. It's basically a term where
hush money.
You pay somebody off in order to get them to drop their lawsuit against you. So in order to prevent a person from filing a lawsuit against you for committing an alleged crime against them, you pay them money to kill the story. Okay? Ray J said there have been celebrities coming to him telling him, and women, victims, who are being paid off by celebrities so that they don't speak on what was done to them at the Diddy party. Okay? Let me see. What you laughing about? I can't even
I got to drink wine to watch Tubi. She ain't watched, but I got to drink wine.
I asked that question too, Simply Morgan. I think Ray J need money too. Because why would you do a 2-part documentary talking about your mentor, Diddy? I didn't know Diddy was Ray J mentor.
I didn't either.
Y'all knew Diddy was Ray J mentor? I missed that. But Ray J say the girls, the alleged victims, they coming to him saying that they got celebrities paying them off to keep them from telling their story. And Ray J said that he knows celebrities who are doing that. He's able to corroborate those alleged victim stories. And Ray J said that he thinks that there was a recent attempt made to unalive him this week because of the conversations that he's been having about Diddy as well as other celebrities. He's exposing things that are going on behind the scene in Hollywood, and he's in fear for his life.
Ray J's showing out on that interview too.
He's showing out on that. Y'all go watch the 2-part documentary on Tubi.
It's good.
We watched it this evening. Y'all go watch it. That's why we was late.
I got a little bit more.
Yeah. Ray J is cutting up. And here's the thing that gets me. In one instant, Ray J is like this hardcore goon. You come from a 2-parent household. You grew up in Calabasas. I mean, you grew up affluent. Brandy was wealthy by the time you were coming of age. Y'all had money. I mean, Kim Kardashian used to work for y'all family. She was the help for your family before she became Kim Kardashian. So I don't understand where he wants to play this hardcore thug in one instance, and then the next he wants to play this upstanding, you know, man who's been raised right and who knows better. That's why I argue the fact that not only is there some chemical imbalance going on, but there's also some substance abuse going on too with Ray J. Y'all, the way Ray J sitting up in that interview talking about Diddy and what he heard and what he alleged and what he don't feel comfortable answering, but he gonna answer anyway in a roundabout way. But he ain't gonna answer directly, but I will say this. And I'm going to take a left and then go right. And then I'm going to come up on it a little bit. Then I'm going to step back a little bit and give you a little bit of information. It's just too much, y'all. It's like, why the hell your ass sit up there and do the interview anyway? If you going to say you don't want to answer or you going to answer stuff in a roundabout answer, what you did the interview for? What you showed up to talk to Harvey Weinstein for? At the TMZ.
And Harvey looking at him like...
Yeah. This dumb Negro. Let's cut him his check
Ray
and get him out of
J
here.
is a clown.
Ray J is a fool, y'all. Watch that.
This is not what his parents wanted for him.
Not at all. This is not what Sonya and Willie Senior wanted for him. I'm like, Ray J. And he talking all prim proper with his suit on. Like he just an upstanding citizen. I'm like, Ray J, what the hell are you doing? Get off these people documentary. Ray J, leave it alone. Talking about he's heard stories and other celebrities have confirmed that they're paying victims off in order to kill the story. And
it's not funny, but the interview with Ray J is a bit too much.
It is. It's just like, Ray J, what you go on there for? Why are you opening up these can of worms? For what?
Yeah.
You must need the money. Why are you doing all of this?
Like Simply Morgan. It got to be the money.
Why are you doing all of this?
Yeah, it got to be the money.
It's just like, Ray J, stop. You need to be at home with your babies and stop fighting with Princess and gaslighting her. Miss Applepie said, all jokes aside, I believe Ray J is knee deep in that Diddy stuff. Maybe that's why he's trying to talk and give information. Maybe he's trying to absolve himself, clear his name, because he's scared something going to come out on them tapes. That's a good point, Miss Applepie. Yeah, that's a really good point, Miss Applepie, because he did say that Diddy was his mentor, which he should have spoke to his attorney before doing that documentary. Personally, in my opinion. Because that, that's, you're attaching yourself to him. And I know you've been seen in videos with him, but to say that he's your mentor, that kind of implies that you have a pretty up close and personal relationship with him and that you may have seen some inappropriate things go down. But Ray J said he wasn't at no Diddy parties. He said he don't do those freak offs. He said he don't have relations in front of other men with women. He don't do that.
But now
he said when he do his thing, it's in front of women, and it ain't nothing inappropriate. Nobody is being coerced to do something they don't want to do when he do his thing. He said he wasn't at them parties like that. He wasn't participating.
Now the person I do feel bad for is Usher.
Oh.
Because I feel like that he was placed in harm's way, and I blame his parents. And he said that he saw some things that a 13-year-old should have never seen, never been exposed to. He said I should not be here. He said as a child, I should not have been there. He said that. So his parents, his mom and dad, for that parenting skills and their judgment.
So you ain't letting off of Johnetta Pat.
I ain't
you on her ass.
I'm on her ass for letting that little boy go. Mentor, talking about my manager sent me to live with Diddy. Diddy had him dressed up like a little man. He was 13 years old. Diddy had him dressed up like him.
Mini-me.
Yes. Yes.
Mama said she is not letting off Jonetta, but she on her tail.
I'm on her tail. I blame her for that. And he said, as an adult, he had to really think through that process of what to be and what not to be. What pretty much
as a child, yeah.
as a
He had
child,
to make some tough decisions.
Yes, I blame her because that could have been avoided.
Yeah.
And he talks about it in the Tubi.
They have clips of that interview of Usher in the Tubi documentary. Yeah, and then Stevie J, y'all. If I couldn't be any more disgusted with Stevie J,
he's disgusting.
Stevie J is just the scum of the scum of the scum. He was in the documentary, of course, kissing Diddy's hiney, singing his praises.
Because he was in the house when they raided it.
Yeah.
He was in the studio. Now, who the hell checking for Stevie in the studio?
Well, he don't have Faith Evans to take care of him no more, so he had to go back to Big Daddy Diddy. Zaddy. He had to go back to his zaddy. I know that's right. I'm here for the show said, nope, he lying. Just trying to jump on the hot story. Tell us what you did to Whitney. Ooh. Now
that's what the people said. I'm here for the show. They want to know. They said, "Shut up, Ray J. Tell us about Whitney."
That's what we need to know. And I still won't forgive society for how they did Whitney Houston. They gave DMX so much grace, but they were so harsh to Whitney Houston. And I never forget him for that. I always feel some type of way about that. DMX accosted his own children on national television. Cussed Iyanla Van Zant out like a dog on her own show. When he asked and called for her help. But people gave so much grace to DMX, but not Whitney Houston. Made jokes about Whitney Houston's unaliving and made light of it, but gave DMX all the grace. And he wasn't even there for his kids. He left his own wife out to dry, his ex-wife. They were struggling financially. Homeless.
She couldn't pay for the house.
I just hate the way the lack of grace that we give to each other, and how we pick and choose who we want to have empathy for and who we don't want to. I just think that's disgusting. And I hate the way they disrespected Whitney. Let me see. Laura's Love said, unfortunately, Ray J makes money from investments. That's smart, though. He has a lot of tech investments. I'm not taking that away from him. Ray J is smart. To an extent. Miss Applepie said, I totally agree. Sammy for real. Simply Morgan said he needs to keep investing and shut up. That part, Simply Morgan. Because I was just like, would you bring your ass on there talking to Harvey Weinstein? Of all people, you talk to Harvey Weinstein. You talk to the head of TMZ. And then you want to mums the word. You want to
I already in private said
too much. And what you come on there for? Talking in circles. You knew it was a done daughter when you set your tail down in that 2 little suit.
It was tight.
It was tight. You knew then. What you go on there for? And then you claim you supposed to be this West Side thug. How you go from threatening to pull somebody out of the pulpit to singing like a canary, like you on the witness stand in front of TMZ? You ain't tell that white man you was going to pull him out his seat at TMZ, but you going to tell the black man you going to pull him out the pulpit. You see how ninjas do, y'all? Just mental. We really got to prioritize mental health.
Yeah.
We have to stop playing about that. This man is spiraling out of control. Spiraling.
New Jaguar right.
Yes, Ray J is the new Jaguar right. Yeah. I'm here for the show. Yes, he is. Go on and watch that documentary on too. If y'all bored ain't got nothing to do, check it out.
Get your wine.
Get your wine. I said, how you a thug thug one minute, and then you an informant, a key witness the next. Which one is you gonna be? Is you thug life or not? Is it thug life or is it Christian life? You can't straddle the fence, Ray J. Which one is it? It's confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Glorious Love was like, girl, I was like, he need to shut his mouth. I'm here for the...
Oh, you seen it, Glorious
yes,
Love? Yes.
I'm here for the show, said Sonya with her wet and wavy mommy wig. Call Me Darling said, Ray J is losing his beans. He's starting to have crazy eyes. Those same stories include him. On TikTok, they allege he has a boyfriend. Well, him trying to get ahead of the story is not working. Miss Applepie said, right, but Usher mom seems so tough. I was so surprised she let him go like that at that age. Yeah, Miss Applepie said she blamed her too. Said she can't stand Stevie J ass. Yeah, I'm here for the show that Stevie needed somewhere to live. He did. He did, because he got kicked out.
He on there talking about how he was in the studio when the feds came, and he heard this and he heard
how
that.
Diddy is a good guy, a fun guy. He's a father. He's a friend. He takes care of a lot of people. He employs a lot of people. He's an icon for the culture.
How much he loved Cassie. They were in love.
Yeah, he's black excellence. Basically just really praising his zaddy. He said he gonna stick beside him. He said he seen him bounce back from a lot of situations, and he ain't counting his zaddy out. He said, baby, I need a place to stay when it's all over. Okay? I need provisions. I know that's right. Yes, I love Whitney Down too. Yes, they were vicious. Let me see. Simply Morgan said the fact that Clive Davis went on with the show while Whitney was still getting cold in the room. Yeah, that was awful. So disheartening. Miss Apple said, I gotta see this. Miss MJ said the other F is freak on Diddy. Loris Love said, what did he do to Whitney? Look on TikTok. Allegedly, he played a role in her demise. He had a hand, and I'm going to just leave it at that. But yeah, just look into it, Miss MJ. Let me see. Well, okay, I'm here for the show. Put it in the chat. Glorious Love. Sorry. I'm here for the show. Okay. We ain't gonna read it out loud.
Yeah, they said he
out of respect.
He had allegedly came in to see her. Allegedly, right before everything had happened with her.
And something went down. An exchange between them. So yeah. I'm gonna be curious to see what other big names get tied to Diddy. It looks like Ray J is trying to get ahead of the story.
Those white parties were something else now. Some people say they left early. But I seen Debbie Allen in one of them videos. And
Not Debbie Allen.
The Debbie Allen was standing next to Diddy at one of the white parties. It was still daylight. So maybe she left before. You know, some people say they would leave. But I was kind of disappointed to see the Debbie Allen standing up there next to Diddy. Maybe she was just there, you know, for the festivities and not the activities.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting.
So you saying you think she left?
She left. I know she ain't down with that foolishness. Her and her husband, what's his name? Ball player. I know they wasn't down for that.
Right. Okay.
So I think when the tapes come, people are worried about them tapes. When the tapes come out, who gonna be on the tapes? Okay?
I think it's gonna be everybody and their mama.
So I think everybody's worried because everybody seemed like everybody that was somebody, everybody who wanted to be there was there. Yeah, Norm Nixon.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Norm was at the white parties. They were at the white parties. They show it on Tubi. They show on Tubi. They show a white party and they take the camera around and you can kind of get a flash of who was there.
Mm-hmm.
Now it was daylight. They say things didn't go down till after late.
Yeah, Miss MJ said Denzel told another actor leave before midnight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. B was at the parties too.
Yep.
Yeah, they say when Diddy made those people get that cheesecake on Making the Band, it was for Beyonce, allegedly.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It was for Beyonce.
Shut your mouth.
Allegedly, that's what they say. That's what one of the
When
guys.
he had them running down the New York streets.
To get that cheesecake. One of the guys that was a part of Making the Band, he did an interview and he said the cheesecake was for Beyonce. When they got back, they was like, he told him, he said, go give it to Beyonce.
Y'all Beyonce something else. Janet would never.
We don't know what Janet would do. And who's to know that Beyonce said make them do that? We don't know. You just ain't crazy over Beyonce. Beehive, don't hurt us. Let me see.
I like Beyonce. But I'm just a Janet girl because I'm Gen X.
She loved Janet, baby.
Y'all go back and watch the video we did with about Janet Jackson and Beyonce, where I say why I like Janet and she said about Beyonce. I like her. I mean, I like her for you all. But I'm just a Janet girl.
I'm here for the show. Said Janet a liar too. Get over it. You say Janet lied too. Next. Call Me Darling said there were two separate parties. Everyone in Hollywood went to Diddy's parties. The issue was the after parties.
You up here for the show.
Everyone didn't get the invite, allegedly. Okay. I wouldn't have taken no chances. I'm here for the show talking about Janet. Remember when there was rumored that she was pregnant by one of the DeBarges?
Yep.
And she hid the pregnancy.
Yep, and they say it's a baby out there somewhere. Allegedly. But I just don't believe Janet would do that. Control.
Hey, Queen Black. Let me see. Wait, what's your question, Simply Morgan? Oh, wait. Miss M just said that rumor went on for years. Yes, it did.
Hey,
it
Queen
did.
Black.
It did. So yeah, we need to pray for Ray J.
Yeah, we're going to keep him lifted in prayer because
He just caused all this ruckus for what? And it's not like he promoted a product.
All week long.
But it did help Jamal's podcast.
It did.
So maybe some people saying it was a stunt to bring publicity.
Yeah. Oh, she wasn't down with. Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, she wasn't. Oh, yes. Okay, I heard about that. Janet asking if Kamala was black
And
or
they
not.
got on her, and then she came back and kind of backtracked.
Mm-hmm.
She took it back.
Mm-hmm. Child. All right, y'all. Anything else we need to talk about? Oh, Kayla Bumpus.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about Kayla.
Kayla Bumpus.
I want the YSL trial.
Shannon.
Y'all,
We
yes.
gotta talk about that, and then we're gonna let y'all go.
We ain't gonna keep y'all long. I know we got to get up in the morning. We ain't gonna hold y'all. We ain't gonna hold you too long. Just a few more minutes.
Just a few more minutes. We can have your time. Thank you kindly.
YSL. So we got the last two. So I've been peeking in on it, right? First of all, let me just let y'all know. Manny Fresh said her hair is not nappy.
Let's talk about that. I don't know which one of you all have been insinuating that her hair is nappy, but for whatever reason, she felt that it was important to get on camera and show us her hair and let us know that it's not
Show
nappy.
us the tools that she should use.
The brushes that she used.
How long it's getting.
How long her hair is getting. How she doesn't put chemicals in it. And once again, her hair is not nappy. That was important for her to express to us. So I just want everybody to be clear about that. I guess some of you all have been saying her hair is nappy. It's not nappy. I'm not sure why that was important to put out there, but she just wanted us to be clear about that.
And call me darling. I know you follow her on TikTok. I got blocked because I couldn't.
You blocked you.
I got blocked from Nanny TikTok. So I'm gonna need for you to let me know what's going on over there on TikTok. She blocked me. Cause I said, you know what? You are embarrassing for us Gen X. And they blocked me. I couldn't hold it back, y'all. I couldn't hold it back. So let's talk about Kayla. Y'all know, they was allegedly saying that Kayla was married to Shannon, one of the last two defendants, right? So this week, who shows up on the witness stand for the state? His ex-girlfriend, Shannon's ex-girlfriend. She goes on to say that she called Shannon bae. Shannon has been, stayed in the studio writing songs about her.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Okay? That's the same thing Miss Hilton said. Talk your stuff. She goes on to throw her hand up because she got her promise ring on her hand.
Yes, I brought your promise ring. Promise.
So the whole time she doing like this.
To let that wife know, I got a ring also.
Okay?
We going ring for ring.
Okay?
Oh, I love the ghetto drama.
Just a hot mess.
A hot ghetto mess. Hot ghetto Atlanta mess.
So they say Kayla sitting in the courtroom too. They say she's sitting in the courtroom while the girl on the witness stand. And every now and then she look over there at him. Cute young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Shannon lawyer say when he get ready to interview her, he say so with your job you get a lot of cash. You make cash only. She say, yeah, I'm a dancer. He was trying to not embarrass the young lady and say you a stripper.
Was she at Magic Blue Flame?
That's what he was trying not to say. She said, yeah, I'm a dancer.
Y'all, what club she work at? She at Magic or Blue Flame?
I don't know where she work at, but she was trying.
Or she at one of the lower ones.
So they trying to tie the weapon back, to her and the car they rented. They trying to tie all this back, because they rented a car and tinted the windows and all this old crazy stuff. The car allegedly was, in the crime. And so they trying to tie everything back. But in the midst of them interviewing this young lady and trying to, solve the mystery of what happened, we got all this saga with Kayla and the young lady. Now this what top it all. So Miss Hilton, she's so messy. Cause that her and Kayla don't like each other. So she said, now we all in heard that that Kayla is allegedly married to Shannon.
Right.
So she say, so are you all still dating? The young lady say, I don't know. You don't know? So that leads me to believe y'all still talking.
The door is still open.
The door is still open and he ain't told you he married to Kayla. And then she go on to say, I was he said I was the prettiest girlfriend he ever had. Now Kayla's sitting in the courtroom, they say. Y'all, what? This trial has turned into some ghetto. Well, it was ghetto, but now it's like over ghetto, over the top. You got the attorney messing around with one of the defendants, and then you bring the girlfriend that he allegedly was committing some crime.
I'm just over
You can't
it.
make this mess up.
You can't. I'm just over it.
Yes, it's a soap opera.
What are we doing, y'all?
She told me she probably a foxy lady. I ain't never heard of foxy lady. What foxy lady? That must be one of the lowest foxy lady. So y'all,
Or maybe she had rumors.
what is going on, y'all? With the state is messy. The state is messy. Now, Kayla in the court supporting her man. She there to, for moral support for her man. They just messy. She said it's on Moreland Avenue. Oh, girl, I ain't never heard of that one. God, Tommy.
Oh,
Oh, that must be really one on the low. So I'm like, this is a hot mess.
Oh, it used to be on Moreland Avenue near the drive-in. Okay, got it. Glorious Love said wherever she works, she can afford to wrap her car all the time.
Exactly. Glorious Love, every 3 months. She say she wrap her car all the time because some of the girls tried to rob her, and she said, I don't know who them girls are. So she said, I wrap my car every 3 months so they won't know what color it is and they can't come after me.
This is insane.
So yeah,
oh my
I'm like, and y'all, these are millennials that have been through so much. It's like I can't even wrap my what. It's like a sensory overload when I listen to the things that they talk about and been through. I'm like, oh my goodness,
It's a lot.
it's a lot. It's a lot. And as an attorney, Kayla, it's like. And then Kayla gets on her live. Yeah, I'm really not going to talk about anything because it's just people fighting for their lives. Girl.
You know she on that the minute she get a chance to question him. You know she pissed.
She trying to find a way to talk to him. She's talking about, she didn't say she was the prettiest. She said she was the previous. No, Kayla, she said she was the prettiest. And she said that she didn't know if they were still dating or not. And he wrote songs about her.
Call Me Darling said Manny Fresh told everyone this girl would be a witness. I think Manny is more involved in this mess than we know.
Yeah, she talked about the girl before the girl even got on the stand. How does she know? How does Manny know all this stuff, y'all? She just be talking. But like we said before, these young folk different nowadays.
Yeah,
She better watch her
different.
mouth.
It's a
They don't
different
have no
breed.
respect for elders.
Yeah, it's a different breed.
She think that she bringing, worthy content for her subscribers, so she can get, whatever she need to pay her bills. But she really putting herself on the line doing that. She really is. And how much do she think she gonna be able to expose without Judge Whitaker getting on her behind again? Because she tired. She ready for this to be over with. She is tired. That judge is sick of this. She's sick of this. She's sick of this.
She ready to wrap it up.
She ready to wrap it up. The holidays coming.
She over it.
She over it.
I be gagging when they be reading out the text messages and DMs. It's like...
And she slipped and said the N-word. She and her so much of this. She and slipped and said the N-word.
Baby, she's saying that at home. She ain't slipped up.
You don't think it was a slip up? Because she let it flow.
Freudian slip. She's saying
It was flowing when she said it.
Yeah. She talking like that. Allegedly. Glorious Love said, how about I'm really side-eyeing the ATL for real?
Yeah.
Call Me Darling said Kayla should be ashamed of herself. Yeah, I just don't. I think she putting her career on the line for this dude, and it's just like it's not worth it to me. I mean, you couldn't get nobody free. All the people you know, Let me see. I'm here for the show. Said Foxy Lady, home of the dancers with the ab wounds and the pow 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 holes. Call Me Donna said I agree, especially if it's gang related.
Yeah.
So is it over when? Let me see. I'm here for the show. Said the judge goes home every day and tells her husband, "Guess what these ninjas do today?" And do. And that's what I mean. That's why I said it wasn't no accident. She been talking like that at home. These doing this, they're talking all this. They're dumb enough to be on Instagram, exposing themselves. They're titting cars that they're renting. They're fighting. They're shooting up neighborhood. They're dumb. Don't even own.
The defendants.
They're just.
And I'm ready for this shit to be over with, honey.
I'm tired of looking at them. You got the other one. He's not gonna. That ain't gonna be able to make probation for 15 years. He'll be back. You know, it's just a show dealing with these shooting up all over the place. You know, they just have no regard for life. They think they're cool with their guns out on social media. Just stupid. You know she letting it rip when she go home. Come on now.
So she go home talking like this.
Yes.
It's just embarrassing, y'all. We have got to do better.
Yes. We gotta do better.
We gotta do better.
She's allegedly talking like that at home, y'all. Come on now. We know, y'all. Come on. We know. We know how it goes, y'all.
We got to do better, y'all.
We gotta do better, y'all. Y'all double tap the screen. Hit the like button. Or in the upper right hand corner, there are 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots and hit the like button. Or if you're watching the replay, make sure down below you hit the like button. Yes.
Yes.
It's a mess. And I hope when they're listening to the judge read their text messages or the transcripts from social media and phone calls, I hope they think about how ignorant they sound and just how stupid all of this is. I hope they really take the time to reflect. Call Me Donna said, shit, I be thinking the same thing, girl. Queen Black says she read N-words really well. Because she be saying it at home. She be saying it at home. She be reading for filth at home. That's why. I'm here for the show. Said I'm waiting for her to say ninja please one day at the beach. Me too. She gonna slip up one day and say it. I'm waiting for that day too. She gonna slip up and say it too. She over it.
We appalled too, Judge.
Yeah.
We are appalled too.
And she disgusted. She like, look, this is how they act. And they are literally playing into every negative stereotype associated with young black men coming from urban communities. Mm-hmm. It's so sad.
It's sad.
Not that we have anything to prove to the others, but it's just like, you can tell she's just annoyed alone just by the ignorance, in addition to the poor preparation from the state, allegedly. Yeah. Based on what she says.
Based on what she said.
Yeah. Her own account. But
yeah.
We gotta do it better.
Yeah.
It's just sad. It's disheartening.
It is.
It really is. And then y'all catch the tea. They keep name dropping Young Thug's little sister Dolly. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Dolly, girl, what is you doing? You need to be careful, Dolly. Leave this stuff alone. Mm-hmm. Glorious Love said they recording when I walk out. They talking about the jury.
Yes. Yep. It's a mess. It's a mess. I'll be glad when it's over with, because it's really making us in Atlanta look like
and ninjas don't know how to act.
It's a shit show around.
And they gonna use this as an example for why ninjas shouldn't be in positions of power. They're gonna use this as a prime example.
And they keep trying to attach YSL to the gang. You know, it's not.
And YFN, the rival gang. And
it's kind of sad to have a young man that was talented, because we can't take that, you know, for whatever reason, we can't take that from Jeffrey. But for him to associate, you come from that environment, but you have an opportunity to detach yourself from that environment, but you still hang on to it. And so, and that's what they trying to try, and it's terrible. They're trying to say, yeah, you rap, but you still a thug. You didn't know how to let go of that thug life.
And yes, call me darling. Big Jeff is gonna be Little Jeff downfall. He need to be the first to get kicked off the team.
Cause he's still
Big
talking.
Jeff ignorant. Respectfully, he doing too much.
And Big Jeff didn't appreciate Thug doing a little pop up with T.I. He was upset about that. So yeah, y'all. So these are all the things that are on the radar.
Definitely don't need to be hanging with T.I. T.I. is a felon. Okay, who went to prison for pow pow pow.
Well, that's who he popped. T.I. stopped by the house.
I know T.I. has changed over and turned a new leaf, and now he worked with them folk allegedly. But still.
Yeah. So we this is everything, we looking at, y'all. It's a lot going on, y'all. So we gonna keep everybody lifted up in prayer.
And keep everybody informed, y'all. We praying that Jamal, Bryant, and his soon wife to be, fiance, Dr. Carrie, they have a blessed union. May it be fireproof, and best of luck to them. And may that be the power couple that they desire to be. And may God be at the forefront of their union.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we happy Judge Mathis and Miss Linda is back together.
Mm-hmm.
Judge, you need to stay your ass at home. And stop going on boys' trips.
And spend time with your wife.
And you need to be nicer and stop being so cantankerous, because sometimes you don't know how to talk to people. Ray J, we want you to get into inpatient treatment immediately.
Not inpatient.
Inpatient treatment.
He can't do outpatient.
Inpatient treatment immediately, Ray J. Seriously, you got them two sweet, beautiful, precious babies on the line. You need to do inpatient treatment, okay? Between the chemical imbalance and the substance abuse, is not a good mix. Okay? And I want you to be well.
Nesto get some turkey and dress. Nesto ain't getting none of that. Nesto probably gonna eat, because he said he don't eat that food. Nesto ain't getting nothing in a couple of weeks. But he's dumb. If Dom was a person, it's Nesto. That's what I was telling Samantha today. He probably could have been out if he would have acted right with Shirley.
Right. Miss Applepie said immediately, thank you, ladies. Great live. I enjoyed y'all in the chat. My husband is looking at me crazy because I keep busting out laughing. Good night. Good night, Miss Applepie.
We appreciate you.
All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you haven't already, please double tap the screen, or in the upper right-hand corner, click on the three dots and hit the like button on your way out. If you like our content, you think you have family or friends who might like our content, please share this live with them. Please share this live. Tell them about our show. Encourage them to subscribe to the channel. We hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy your Friday. Have a great weekend. Shout out to all of our moms, and we'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Appreciate y'all. Bye-bye.
Peace.